No. What is up? My name is GARRETT Yogurt on Twitter, YOOGRRTT. Thank you so much for tuning into the Now Notation YouTube channel. Welcome back to another album review. Today on the docket, we have Higher Brothers, 5 Stars, the much anticipated album, I feel like. It's a follow-up to their 2017 release called Black Cab, and I feel like this has really just become one of my favorite projects of the year, without a doubt. I think it's very impressive to see how this has progressed from the point of them putting out the song Flow Rida with Ski Mask Slump God, and I feel like that was like around the first time that I had really taken notice and really taken on just such a goddamn high liking of the Higher Brothers and just the way that they work together and all have like a different sound, and that was very much showcased on the 88 Rising album earlier this year. And I just think that there's so much versatility and cultural brilliance that is just like, it's just this big clusterfuck in a way that shouldn't work, but I feel like it does in a Western market very, very well. And with an album that really doesn't include that much consistent English, and if there is some, it's kind of broken up, and you know, a lot of this is in Chinese, and it's not straight up like unlistenable and ununderstandable in a way, because the way that they do influx and like show off their ability to deliver emotion is very much coming across in this. Like you even if you don't know exactly what they're saying, just by the way that they're saying it with the mood and tone, it's definitely coming across like you understand the message and you definitely understand what they mean, and like whether it's happy or hyped or melancholy in a way, like that comes across even if all the words aren't making sense to you, and that's very impressive, very, very impressive, I'd say. And again, I feel like since I found them over a year ago, it's just been nonstop progression for them, and this is finally a pinnacle project that I can pin to people and be like, the Higher Brothers, that's the shit, check it out. And being from China, putting out an album that still works in this day and age with like, again, in an American market, like that's impressive, and hats off to the 88 Rising label for knowing how to market and publish and put this together in a way. Like that backing that they have is just fucking phenomenal. That whole Joji, Rich Brian, all of them are just working really fucking hard. And then shout out to Nikki. Track number 1 is 16 Hours. Track number 2 is Open It Up. Track number 3 is Flexing So Hard. Track number 4 is One Punch Man featuring Denzel Curry and Ski Mask the Slump God. Track number 5 is Do It Like Me featuring J.I.D. Track number 6 is Top featuring Soulja Boy Tell 'Em. Track number 7 is Sunshine. Track number 8 is We Talking About featuring K-O-H-H or Ko. Track number 9 is Gongzi Fai Kai. Track number 10 is Won't Believe featuring Schoolboy Q. Track number 11 is Need Me Now featuring Guap Dad 4000. Shout out to Guap Dad. Track number 12 is Diamond. Track number 13 is No More featuring the aforementioned Nikki. Track number 14 to close it out is Zombie featuring Rich Brian. And I'm going to jump into my top tracks right now, because the way that this opens up with 16 Hours, that is just one of these songs that really showcases the versatility of the group. I feel like when I heard this, I was like, this is catchy, this is good, this is great, this is like, they're talking about like how long it takes to fly to like, I guess from America to China, from what I can understand, like 16-hour flight, and that's like a cool little piece of like imagery that you can kind of forelay. Like the whole like encapsulation of that idea is very much coming across in all the verses and the hook and whatnot, and that's like kind of a really good piece of like tribulation to put out there to show like just how much that they've like worked, just how much that they've done, and like against all odds, coming from a different country with a different government and everything, like they're here and they've done this, they put out this album and here they are. Like it's fucking cool to hear that song, and that whole idea really came across. Open It Up is cool, but standout track again, another one is Flexing So Hard, track number 3. I really think like that's the one that has all of them being at their peaks and working together to make this really just beautiful record. I feel like the Flexing So Hard like hook is really well done, but then it's also like accompanied by the craziest beats, and I say beats because it has like this cool ass switch up partway through, and it's like this like it's almost like an xylophone, but it also sounds like some wind instrument that's just like inverted to a really high key. Either way, it's really cool. It's like this like I don't know, like not glitch tone, but like kind of old school video game sound going on there. But again, cool as fucking beat switch up. One Punch Man lead single. I think the day that the album came out is when we got a music video for that. So if you haven't checked that out, go do that. Song's great. Denzel kills it. Ski Mask kills it. Denzel cracks me up how good he fucking is. Like, he's just so goddamn good. Track number 5, great track, Do It Like Me, featuring JID. Don't sleep on Jid. The way that he has one of the coolest, and I want to shout out Jid just real quick. I know this is a Higher Brothers review, but this song in particular showed me just how like how nuanced JID is. Like, he says like real ass shit without like anyone, I feel like, taking notice. Like, the things that he's able to say and like relate to in a way that like is spoken so quickly and so like infectiously that you don't even almost notice that it's like some really sad ass lyric, because he's like saying it so smoothly. Like, it's really impressive. I just want to shout that out. But Soulja Boy's on this album on track 6 with Top. And that track's fun. Soulja Boy is just there. Like, I feel like this is the time when Soulja Boy needs to come out and be like, yo, I'm not only like I feel like if you're on a Higher Brothers album and you're Soulja Boy, you're not really like, all you're trying to do is relate with the kids. Like, anybody who's really listening to a Higher Brothers album, I feel like right now is pretty connected with hip hop. And I feel like if Soulja Boy was a smart young lad, he would show up a little bit harder and make this a little bit more of a showing. But I don't know the ins and outs of how this came about, but I was just a little bit disappointed. I don't know. I feel like you could have gained a little bit more from having a little bit more of a hit on there. And track number 7, Sunshine. Let's just that was when it hit, boys and girls. That was when it hit. That was when everything changed. Sunshine is this beautiful, beautiful song that works on so many goddamn levels, and it just listen to Sunshine. It's probably my favorite. I don't know. Flexing So Hard is a great example of just how damn good they are. Sunshine is just a great example of just how goddamn good they are, in like a different tone, a different facet, everything else. But do not sleep on Sunshine, because that one really blew me away. Whereas they were like over this, I believe it's like this like instrumented like acoustic beat that is just really infectious, but they're not like over sapping it, and they're almost making like a rock record in a way, or like this like folk like single. It's like super weird and interesting, and the fact that they pulled it off in such like a gratifying way was just where I was like, okay, you guys win. You're fucking phenomenal. Like, you guys can do anything at this point. Looking forward, though, we have a Schoolboy Q feature on Won't Believe. That's always cool. Need Me Now, though, I want to shout out Guapdad 4000. If you don't know who Guapdad 4000 is, do your research. He has some of the coolest fucking like vocals. It's like kind of like O3 Greedo in a way, but like not as like, I don't know, like Guapdad just has such a specific personality and key to his voice. Like, need me now. Like, that's literally what he's doing on this shit, and it sounds so cool. It's either you love it because it's cool as fuck, or you just are whatever to it, and that's fine too. But Guapdad's a good guy to hit that follow button on, so go follow Guapdad. Give him a little love. He also has like a visual track on this very channel, so if you want to check out that. And then to close this out, shout out to Nikki doing her thing. And Rich Brian's verse has a really cool like flow to it, but really, to be honest, guys, like every single like Gong Zi Fa Kai or that song's fucking fire too. Like, that is, the fire is like no. I don't know what they're saying, but it's so hot. Like, it's just so good every time. And fuck yeah. Shout out this album. This album's honestly like, it's hard to talk about it in a way that doesn't sound like, because I can't call out certain lyrics at certain times, but there's so much goddamn personality. There's so much reason to listen to these guys. There's so much reason to like give them a fucking hats off, because for real, the fact that it came across this way and was executed in such a fucking brilliant fashion that's like really structured and like actually really classy is just, I don't know. I'm down with it. I'm really, really down with it. And let me know in the comment section below, what did you think of this album? Because I'm, like I said, big fan. This is gonna be somewhere on the list, boys. Check that out. Look forward to that. Probably gonna do a month breakdown very, very soon. Podcast coming soon as well. Thank you so much for everything. Follow me on Twitter at YoGRRT, YoGRTT. Instagram as well. Now Notation on those two platforms as well. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves, and that is all, folks. No.